What is up, everybody? This is Adrob, and guys, I have a lot to talk to you about today, all concerning the next map, which is believed to be World War I France, and I'll get into that placement of the map exactly a little later, but I believe I have some stuff figured out about the storyline. This is a legit theory that I think is definitely possible. I'm not telling you guys this is written in stone, it's just what I think may happen with the storyline, so let's get into it. In Buried, there are 2 Easter eggs you can do, as there are with 3 of the maps in Black Ops 2, which have the main characters. One side follows Richthofen, one side follows Dr. Maxis. Now, the side with Richthofen, if you do all 3 maps on Richthofen's side, then Richthofen gains full access of the ether, gains full control of the ether, and takes Samuel Stuhlinger's body while wiping Samantha Maxis and Ludwig Maxis from existence. If you complete Maxis's side for all 3 maps, then he controls the ether completely, and condemns Richthofen to being a zombie and living as a zombie over and over again forever. Now, either way, Richthofen regains his physical form. One way he's a zombie, one way he's Samuel Stuhlinger, but still, he becomes flesh. Now, this allows him to pretty much go wherever, even if he is undead, or if he's some weirdo that eats zombies, he can still physically go anywhere on Earth. So, I was thinking, what if Richthofen sent the 4 main characters to the Rift because he needed something that was there and was planning to become physical form all along, whether it was taking Stuhlinger's body or becoming a zombie if he had to resort to that. And what he may be finding there is something to do with the map I'm playing on right here, Riese. Now, let's go back to Mob of the Dead real quick. In the Mob of the Dead loading screen, there was a code that everyone had to decrypt, and it took a while. It was a difficult code. And what it ended up being is Riese is in France. That caused a lot of controversy in the zombie community. This one guy, Ben Down, I believe I've mentioned him before, is believed to be a Treyarch staff member that works on the game. Others think he's just really good at predicting maps. Every map he's gotten down to the last detail so far. He called Buried, Die Rise, Mob of the Dead, and he always knows what's going to happen. And he's not saying too much about this next map. He's saying the map is in France, and that Riese is in France. Literally. Now, the only part that throws me off there is the literally part, honestly, because we already know Riese is in France. That was said in Mob of the Dead loading screen. And, the fact that he says the next map is in France, I'll believe him. He's been right about every single map so far. My theory is that he's a Treyarch staff member that was placed by Treyarch, caused to get people excited for the next map. That's just what I think. Side note. But he has always been right, no matter what the circumstances are with him. He always knows what's happening. And he's not saying too much about this map. He's not giving details. All he's saying is it's in France, and Riese is in France. Now, no, that doesn't mean we're getting Riese 2025. Treyarch would not do that. Mainly because it has to do with Nazis, and they stopped the whole Nazi thing a while ago, which is too bad. But they would not do that nonetheless. Instead, he's trying to make us see a connection between Riese and the final map. Now, Riese was supposedly a real place during World War II in Nazi Germany. And there were a lot of tests going on here, and it was mainly a gun factory, a weapons factory. However, there were some experiments done in this place that were not known to the outside world. One of those experiments is believed to be Die Glocke. Now, if you don't know what Die Glocke is, it's a giant bell-shaped machine that was believed to be some kind of aircraft Hitler was planning to use in World War II. It contained red mercury and strange purple substances created by Nazi scientists and when it was turned on, it had massive amounts of radiation that ended up killing off most of the scientists that worked on it. Near the end of World War II, Hitler did not only kill all scientists that worked on Die Glocke and people that saw Die Glocke, but he sent Die Glocke away with the SS general to an unknown location, and they really disappeared from history. We have no idea what happened after Hitler sent them away. They were never found. For all we know, the guy's still alive with Die Glocke, working on it with a team of scientists. But the thing is, since Richthofen worked in Riese, he should know where Die Glocke ended up and how to use it and all that, and so should Maxis. I don't think Maxis even thought of Die Glocke, but I'm pretty sure that's what Richthofen's been after this whole time. He may have wanted to become physical and enter a body this whole time to get to Die Glocke and use it to maybe travel in time. Like I said, we barely know anything about this thing, and I highly doubt Hitler would be that protective over a simple type of aircraft. I think he was trying to make it some time-traveling and space-traveling object. It could be pretty much a TARDIS, if you will, but it's pretty much a machine that can fly anywhere through time and space. And assuming that after almost 100 years now, in 2025, this thing has got to be done, and maybe it was hidden here in the rift, where buried is. And that's what Richthofen's been sending them to, that's what he's been after for himself all this time. So, what happens next? Richthofen, in physical form, reclaims Die Glocke for himself and uses it to get to Area 51 during the time of Moon and Nuketown zombies. The reason he's going to Area 51 during the time of Moon is so that he can get his 3 companions from the Moon and reclaim his own body. Now, why does he need them? He can't go alone. He needs his protectors, his bodyguards, his meat shields, if you will. So, the 4 of them get back in Die Glocke and travel to World War I France, which is occupied by Germany. And this is where Bendown keeps saying the map is going to take place. So now we're all caught up storyline-wise. Samantha is dead, Richthofen has his body back, and the 3 companions are with him. Whoop-de-doo. Now, why are we going to World War I France? Well, what we're doing is, now that we have a time-traveling device, we're going back and changing history. What Richthofen may be planning to do, and has been planning to do this entire storyline, is to go back in time before World War II, in fact, in the middle of World War I, stop Germany from forcing America into the war. Because when you look at it, in 1917, which is when the loading screen of Mob of the Dead says it's going to take place, America joins the war at that time. And that may be what Richthofen's been sent by Hitler himself to prevent America's entrance to World War I. Because Germany Germany was going fantastically in World War I at that time. They had defeated the Russian army, and Russia was going into a revolution, the Soviet Communist Revolution, and all the forces were going to the west, and France didn't stand a chance for that small amount of time before the US arrived. Maybe Richthofen's goal all along was to ensure German victory, no matter the costs. And that is my theory of the final map. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked it or agree with me, please hit that thumbs up button. It helps a lot. Just show your support by doing that. If you have anything to say, anything at all, please leave it in the comments section below. I love reading comments. Even if it's negative, I'd like to hear how I can improve. And if you want to see more of my videos and want to stay up to date when I upload, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Completely free. Till next time, I'm out of Rob. Peace.